Hello, Virgo. How are ya? Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How are you, Virgo? Thank you so much for clicking here, by the way. If you are brand new, I hope that you will stay. There is a subscription button down the bottom right-hand corner. If you are my ride or die Virgo, thank you so much for showing up here all the time, no matter what your placement is, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. I do appreciate you so very much. So this reading is for the week ahead, as it always is. You know that if you are my ride or die Virgo, you know that I'm always reading for the week ahead. So if you are here real time, I just want to say, first of all, very Merry Christmas to you. Happy Hanukah, Happy Kwanza. All of those holidays are happening around the same time this year. So whatever you are celebrating, happy to you. Happy holidays to you. And whether you get this today, tomorrow, next year, it could resonate with you. Look, that one just flew right in the air. It's like universe is like, hey, Elsie, shut up, get the cards on the table. There we go. So we've got the Five of Wands. Let's just get to the read. We've got the Five of Wands here. Tell me more about the Five of Wands for Virgo. We've got the Four of Cups. Keeping something to yourself here. And the Sun. Virgo, I feel like it feels like you want to step out of some sort of a comfort zone. And the Sun is asking you to do that. I feel like the Sun is like, look, it's here, Virgo. It's fine. You can step out of the comfort zone. But I feel like you're holding back for some reason here. It's like either you're beating yourself up about something, or maybe there's too much competition in the Sun. If everybody who's under the sunshine, if they're in the Sun, then maybe I'm going to end up throwing myself in the midst of competition, and I'm not interested in doing that. But I feel like the Sun is here telling me that it's time for you to step out of some sort of a comfort zone. It's time for you to step into growth. We do have the Four of Cups here. Four of Cups is the comfort zone. It's Cancer energy. We've got Leo energy here as well. Yeah, both of those are Leo. All right, one more. We've got the Eight of Wands. It feels like the universe has got their foot on your butt. Like it's like, go. You got to go. I feel like the universe is saying it's time for things to move. And I feel like you're avoiding it or holding back or ignoring it here. What's going on here? We've got the Hierophant energy. And we've got the Three of Cups. So you know what it is. I feel like somebody here has been in some sort of hermited energy. It feels like the Four of Cups is telling me that you've been in some type of comfort zone. Your comfort zone is your spirituality, Virgo. It's like you've been in this place, whether maybe you've been, I don't know where your comfort zone is. It could be an emotional comfort zone. It could be... it's a place where it's comfortable for you, but nothing ever grows there. I feel, though, that you have been growing in faith while you have been in the comfort zone. So I want to say that maybe you have been hermiting a little bit, right? You are Virgo, by the way, right? You are the hermit. That you've been hermiting a little bit in this comfort zone. But I feel as though in this comfort zone is the place where you've been growing in faith, growing your to listen to the higher self. It feels like it feels like the universe is trying to push you into some sort of social situation. I feel like I'm speaking to a Virgo who really hasn't had much to do with people for the last little while. And I feel like you are going to be getting some invitations to go out. I feel like the Sun here with the Three of Cups is telling me that this is going to be a really lovely time, Virgo. I feel like it's going to be a really lovely time, but I feel like you're really stuck in this Cancer-like energy, which is, I'm not really sure if I want to show everybody what I've learned, right? It feels like you're somebody who's very deeply into your faith, into your traditions, and maybe you're not a person who drinks, maybe you're not a person who goes to the social gatherings, but I feel like the Sun is telling me that it's time for you to see things for what they really are. I think you really need to get out of this area. It's really great that this is a place where you've grown spiritually, you've grown to the higher self. It feels like it's been a really good place for you, but I feel it's almost like you're stuck there. I feel like the reason that you don't want to go out is because you're not a person who who wants to yell over everybody. You're kind of the person who sits there and sort of watches and takes things in, and you're not a person who really wants to be in the midst of the hustle and bustle, right? You're a little bit more reserved, quiet, and it's not that you're not social. I mean, you could have a Leo rising possibly, right? You could have a Sagittarius rising. Maybe you're a person who, once you get out there and get social, you really do have a good time. But I feel like it's almost like you feel like this good time or this celebration or this social situation here is going to conflict with the traditional you. It's almost like you feel like it will be in competition with the traditional, maybe you're religious, maybe you're not a person who usually goes out amongst people who are drinking, maybe you have a really solid path and you're just not interested in moving forward from that path to go into this energy here. We have the King of Cups that showed up in the reverse here. We do have the Temperance card. We have the Judgment card. And we have the Empress energy. This is really interesting. The King of Cups in the reverse for me is always someone who can't control their feelings, who has outbursts of emotion or outbursts of, I think with the Eight of Wands here, almost outbursts of, it's like you feel out of balance and you like to feel in balance or in control. It almost feels like if you go into this social gathering or this social situation, that it feels like you're going to have to contribute to the chaos is what it feels like. I also feel is that maybe you are someone who doesn't necessarily hold back. Like I want to say that you're, the King of Cups being in the reverse is somebody who, it feels like you feel like Virgo that when you get into a group of people or into a social situation where there's too many people, that you almost play on the surface, right? That you play on the surface. You're not really yourself. I've kind of got to, it's like you kind of have to pull back, or you feel like you have to pull back from who you really are. And that's why you spend time by yourself quietly here. It does feel like with the Temperance energy here, though, that something here is in balance. I'm going to say that your spirituality is in balance, that you have been sort of juggling things throughout your life, and now you finally got some sort of stability, and you don't want to let anything in to rock that, is what it feels like. I feel like you need to make a decision, though, to be a little more social. I feel like there's somebody here who's sitting at home too much. And maybe it's the way that I feel like the person who's inviting you is somebody who is inviting you for the right reasons. Like, it's not like they're just inviting you and they're going to have you sit in the corner while everyone else is partying. This person intends on doting on you and connecting with you. They're not just going to go off and party with their friends while you're sitting in the corner. That's not what they're going to do here. I feel like they're asking you to make an exception to your rules, because the Hierophant is very rule bound. So I feel like they're asking you to make an exception to the rule. This is somebody here I feel you can trust. Like, the Empress is here, and the Empress isn't somebody who is like off partying and going to invite strippers, and that's not the party. That's not the kind of party the Empress is throwing, right? This is like a dinner party, or this is like I'm just inviting maybe 5 of my friends, come have some appetizers and maybe a glass of wine with us. Like, it feels like it's pretty tame. I want to say this person is a mother, right? This is somebody who is a mother or a father. They are quite abundant. They want to share their abundance with you, but they're asking you to make an exception to the rule to come to their home or visit them or come out of your comfort zone. Tell me about this. We've got the Devil energy here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, you're going to use the work excuse. I'm sorry, I got to work. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who works from home. And we've got the Page of Swords. So maybe you just won't say no right away. I'm going to say you're going to go into investigation mode. We do have the Devil here, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're like, this looks like a really good opportunity on the surface, but I have a feeling it has the opportunity to get out of hand as well. I think that's what you're used to, and that's why maybe you stay in the comfort zone. It feels like, though, because this person is somebody that you trust, maybe they're a Taurus or a Libra. They don't have to be, but there are somebody who's in their Empress energy. energy. So someone who's quite balanced, somebody who's got all the wisdom of all the queens. They're of a certain age, right? They have children of their own. I feel like this Page of Swords energy is telling me that you're going to do your own investigation. You're going to find out in a roundabout way who's going to be there, what are we having, what location am I going to. Like, I feel like you're just going to do a little bit of investigation before you say yes or no. This King of Cups in the reverse gives me the feeling of you feel way too vulnerable in a group of people like this. That people tend to say, so what do you do for a living? Like, people, when they don't know you, they'll go to the first 5 questions. What are you doing? Where do you live? Do you have any kids? Are you married? Like, they'll go to the first 5 questions, right? And I feel like you're just not down with it. Like, you just don't want to answer those questions. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. We do have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're truly exhausted at this moment. Like, I feel like you really have been working a lot, or you've been doing something obsessively, and I think it's making money possibly. And it really has exhausted you. We do have the 9 of Wands looking over at the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is looking into the past, but is also attached to the King of Cups, which is the vulnerability. I feel like sometimes, Virgo, you might use the work excuse to get out of a lot of things. That's what it feels like. It feels like with the Queen of Pentacles here, that that you might be feeling way too vulnerable if you do go out to this person's home. And I want to say that you're kind of exhausted from working a lot. Because you are the King of Pentacles, right? If you're the Queen of Pentacles, feminine or masculine, and I feel like you're kind of exhausted. I really do feel like if you go, though, Virgo, that it's going to be a really great time. I feel like this Empress is coming to you at a time when you really need it, a time when you really need change, when you need expansion, when you need to make new friends. It's going to be a happy time. The Sun is here. The 3 of Cups and the Sun is a really good time. It's a lot of fun. Maybe you might meet some new people. But it feels like this Wheel of Fortune here is telling me that, you could even meet somebody at this gathering, and I don't mean in a romantic way. Like, maybe you meet someone who teaches you something, or who gives you an in on a job, or who, it feels like there's something to be learned here. I feel like it's the Wheel of Fortune is showing up because it's divine timing. It feels like it's time for you to get out of some sort of comfort zone. It feels like you've been hermiting for a while here, and it's time for you to get out and make some friends. It's really not healthy to be home too much by yourself. We do have the 6 of Pentacles, and we have the Strength card. Oh, it's social anxiety a little bit. It feels like I don't really know how to give to people. I don't like to make small talk. I'm not interested in the small talk. I'm not interested in who you are. Like, it feels like there's somebody who's really inward, I want to say. The Strength card tells me, you know what, I go into groups of people here, and they want me to give them reciprocal energy, and maybe you hold back, or it's all that I can do to just hold back and not roll my eyes. I don't want to see them. I don't want them to see me rolling my eyes. Oh, Virgo. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. I'd rather be home at work, is what it looks like here. Look, I think that you have an opportunity to have a lot of fun. I feel like you have an opportunity maybe to meet some people that you wouldn't have met otherwise, maybe make new friends, maybe make a connection that makes you emotionally happy. I feel like this is a place that you're going to go that has lots of food, maybe some drinks. I feel like you really need it. I feel like, yeah, there's going to be friends here. You're going to have an opportunity to find a new group of people, a new community, make some friends, get to know your Empress friends' friends. This could also be a mother. I mean, they could be inviting you to their home, right? Takes it resonates. Maybe it's your mother, could be an older sister or a brother. Take it as it resonates. But we do have the 3 of Pentacles. And I feel like this person has asked you to come out over and over and over again, because the 8 of Cups is here, but it's in the reverse. So it feels like you go out and then you leave early, and then you go out and you're like, I don't think I want to do this anymore, because you're the King of Swords. Look, the King of Swords, I always say, is not a hit at parties. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords aren't necessarily a hit at parties, because you deal in logic and reason. You deal in head over heart, right? You're not just laughing at silly things. You're a person who really, when you make conversation or are forced to make conversation, you want to learn something. Like, you're very practical with your time. And so I feel like you are going to meet some people there, though. It feels like you're being asked to make some sort of a decision. But look at those 2 doors. Look, we've got all this beautifulness here. We've got all the blue sky here. We've got sunshine over here. It's like whatever decision you make isn't going to be a bad one. And I feel like it's actually, you're going to end up having a really good time, is what it feels like here. But I feel like you're feeling way too vulnerable to do that. I don't feel like you're feeling in this place where I don't really want to open up to people. And I'm tired of having surface conversation. Tell me about Virgo. What's the outcome, please? We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Tower. One more. We have the Fool. I think you're going to go. I think you're going to say yes. I really do feel that there's a reason I'm telling you this. I really do feel like it opens some sort of door for you that, you know, you've taken a lot of time to be by yourself and do the right thing and be on a traditional path and practice your religion or your spirituality or whatever it is. But I really feel like the Six of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that this is a really good opportunity. I feel like there's an opportunity there, an opportunity for work or an opportunity to learn something you didn't know. Maybe you're going to be networking with someone who has a business and then you get into business. Or it feels like if you say yes to the Empress, something is going to expand. It's divine timing and it's your destiny. So, you know, the destiny coming up with the Judgment card tells me that when you make this decision, it's going to change something, a trajectory in your life. It's a really important decision. I know on the surface, it just looks like it's like somebody's inviting you to a party. Why don't you just go? Quit being antisocial. And I don't think that's what it is. I feel like that the universe is saying to you, look, a door is about to open. I'm about to, the universe is about to shift you into some sort of timeline that's brand new. Maybe you're being invited out to a New Year party. And it's time for you to get out and, or maybe an after New Year party, whatever it is. But you're going from the Four of Pentacles. And because you are stubborn enough that you're sitting here, look, I know you're a mutable sign, but mutable signs can be stubborn too. And I feel like you're sitting here in the Four of Pentacles and not wanting to move, not wanting to go, not wanting to share your time, but something's going to come up with the Tower here. And I feel like the Tower is going to open this door and you're going to go, and I think it's because you have to be there for some reason. There's something going on that's causing a Tower. It's important enough that a Tower is coming to shake you free from whatever it is that your comfort zone was. It might be that in order to figure out your karma, in order for something to be restored, I feel like you are supposed to go to this party because a door is opening here. A door that you don't know is about to open, that is about to change a lot of things. It's like this is like the last piece of the puzzle. Going to this party could be the door that opens to the rest of whatever's about to happen in the new year. So I think it's a pretty important decision that you have to make here, Virgo. I hope that you do go. I think that you will. And I don't know that you have much of a choice. I'm just going to say when the major arcana show up, it's coming at you. So you can fight the Tower if you want, but it's a shit show. I'm telling you, if you're against the Tower, everything's going to be falling everywhere. And the universe is going to do whatever it has to do to get you out of your comfort zone. Because there's something here that's really big that's going to change your life. You might even be meeting an Empress. I'm just saying, feminine or masculine, take it as it resonates for you. You'd rather be home working. But I think that the universe is going to push you out of the comfort zone because there's something here, Justice and the Empress. There's some sort of abundance or some sort of person. It feels like there is something that is going to change your life's trajectory and you have to be there to see it. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Happy holidays to you. To you and your loved ones from mine. Thank you so much for being here all this year and all the ways that you've been giving your thumbs up and being in the comments. Thank you for choosing Ten of Cups Tarot. I appreciate you so very much. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back and love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.